Okay, in PreCalc this week we started talking about component forms of vectors, which always look like an ordered pair except we have these vector braces around it. Component form gives us the x and y component of each vector, and component form makes vector addition very, very simple. When you get it in this form, we've got this problem. We've got vector b is the component form 6, 3. Vector c is negative 4, 8. If we want to have a problem, and this problem brings in a couple of different cases here, we want to take 2 times b plus 3 times c, and it's very similar to an order of operations problem where we always do the multiplication here first and then we add it. So anytime you want to scalar multiply a vector in component form, it's very simple because you just take the scalar, the 2 in this case, and multiply it by each component of that vector. So if we take 2 times b, we take 2 times the x component of the vector, so 2 times 6 gives us this 12. We take 2 times the y component, 3, which gives us 6. So the full vector 2b is represented by 12, 6. Same thing for vector c, except the scalar in this case is 3 and not 2. So when we take 3 times this vector c, we just again take 3 times each component. So 3 times the negative 4 gives us our negative 12 for the new x. 3 times the 8 gives us a 24 for the new y. Then after we get the multiplication complete, we go through and we take care of the addition part. So when we add 2b plus 3c, we just add these 2 new vectors together. And like we said, in component form, addition becomes very simple because all you have to do from that point is just add the corresponding components. You add the x's together, you add the y's together. So when we take 12 plus negative 12, we end up with the new 0. And when we take 6 plus the 24, we end up with our new y coordinate or our y component of 30. So when the overall thing, 2b plus 3c, we end up with 0, 30. Now in many cases, you may be asked to find what we call the magnitude of the vector or the length. And the length in this case is always represented by, they look like absolute value bars, but this represents in vector form, represents magnitude or length. And it's just a Pythagorean theorem or a distance formula problem. From there, once you have this component form, the 0, 30, it's just a matter of taking the x component, plugging in the square root of the x value squared plus the y value squared here, and then simplifying down. 0 squared plus 30 squared, of course, is 900, and the square root of 900 reduces down to 30.